2013 was the last year an NCAA football title was released, but here we are 8 years later, and we now have as close as it gets to an NCAA Football 21. Now, if that intro to the game didn't get you hyped, check out this other intro in the game. Now, it is a little long, but I'm gonna play the whole thing because, trust me guys, it's worth it.
With lots of time, run through, Robin one for the end zone. Touchdown LSU. They won't catch him with the Tigers going deep near the end zone, it's caught, and a touchdown! She was looking to throw.
Looking right, throwing right, into the end zone, caught for the touchdown!
So as you guys see here, completely revamped NCAA Football 14 set up for NCAA Football 21. I am not the smartest when it comes to computers, but even I got this done. Literally, a group of human beings way smarter than I am spent months and months and months working on this in secret. This is not what we've seen in the past where they did a mod on Madden. No, this is NCAA Football 14 modded to create an NCAA Football 21. Now, I can't link absolutely everything in the description box, so you guys can get this on your PC. You can even have a modded Xbox or PlayStation 3 and get this on there. But I will link their Twitter account so you guys can get a gist of how to get it done. There is reasons why I can't necessarily show you how to get this done, but I will point you in the right direction in the link in the description box below. But today, I'm simply just gonna go over everything that's in this new NCAA football version. It's so awesome, dude. It even comes with the roster. So once you get everything downloaded, really cool too how the team builder section has the UGF pandas. Shout out to Not the Expert. The depth chart, as you guys see, yes, they have the updated rosters for every single team as they would be in NCAA Football 21. The only current FBS team that is not in the game is Liberty. You know, you have Coastal Carolina in the game, and crazy enough, you even have Coastal Carolina's blue field. And cool, I went to South Alabama, so I set them as my favorite team, and as you see, like for every team, it has customizable like home screens. It's so sick. We even have our brand new head coach that literally got hired like a week or two ago in the game. It's just so sick. As you guys can tell, it's completely different here, the main menu. Like, I'll have to jump into a game too because I've never been able to play NCAA football on such HD graphics. Like, literally, the gameplay itself looks different just because of how high quality it is. You guys will see once we jump into a gameplay. I'm not gonna play a full game. I just more want to show you everything this entails. It's so sick. And once again, shout out to these dudes for getting this done. Literally, like, incredible work. I don't know how they do this, but freaking geniuses. A road to glory would be so sick, wouldn't it? Oh no, do we have to do that eventually? Another cool thing in the mod, obviously go into exhibition mode. They have all the brand new ESPN style logos for all the team. And as mentioned, the only school that is not in here is Liberty because they ran out of schools. So they're waiting for one of the current teams to fall out of FBS. And even all the new colleges that have gotten brand new on-campus stadiums since NCAA Football 14, they have been named Like, they can't actually add in new stadiums, but like, for example, my University of South Alabama, we got a brand new on-campus stadium this year, and it's in the game. Not necessarily the brand new stadium itself, but it's named the new stadium, and it's just like that for every single college, so at least a little bit more realism in it. And I can't tell you the last time I actually sat down and played a video game, like, for enjoyment for hours upon hours upon hours. I got this done. I've even started my own Dynasty. We'll go over Dynasty really quick, because there's some interesting things a part of it. Now, I'm playing on some really hard sliders, so I am 0-3, but they even have 24/7 sports in here for recruiting. Dynasty mode just looks so much cleaner, so much better, and even the gameplay is freaking it's weird. Like, it's so weird how just crisp and great it looks when you're so used to playing NCAA football back on the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. Just like the detail they went into this, like inside the Dynasty mode, they have the new national championship trophy. All this stuff just looks so much better, so much cleaner. It's a new ESPN theme kind of stuff going on here. Dabo Swinney, Nick Saban, and Ryan Day in the game. And they have all the coaches too. So not only do they have all the new FBS schools in here, all the new updated logos, all new updated stadiums, all new updated rosters, they have all the actual head coaches in the game as well, so you don't even have to download an extra roster. Once you get this mod downloaded and onto your, whether it be your modded PS3, Xbox 360, or on your computer, it automatically comes with a brand new roster, all the head coaches, everything you need. Now, the only thing I specifically had to do to make it more realistic to real life is, for whatever reason, you still have to change the conferences. So, like, for example, I think I was updating the Sun Belt. Georgia Southern was, for some reason, I guess the team they were added in for to replace that no longer is FCS, which I think was New Mexico State. I think they were in the Mountain West Conference, so I had to, for example, move Georgia Southern from the Mountain West into the Sun Belt. I think they are supposed to be fixing that, so you don't have to manually do that once you download this. Hopefully in the next month or so they'll have it updated where it's already fixed like that. Now, I know the number one question that most of you are probably asking is the college football playoff in the game? Currently, no. But I have done some research and have kind of kept up to date with this mod. That is their number one priority right now, is creating a playable inside Dynasty college football playoff mode. So in your Dynasty mode, you'll be able to play the college football playoff just like it is in real life. Obviously, back in 2013 when this game was released, they still have the BCS Bowl system, so it's just a number 1 and number 2 team from the BCS rankings playing the national championship game. But hopefully soon they'll be able to add that, so we'll be able to get a complete, like, 100% realistic experience gaming for college football, where you can jump into a Dynasty just like it would be for NCAA Football 21. Already, like, this is the greatest thing we've had since that game was released. It just makes me so freaking happy. The fact that I sat here and played like for 4 hours last night in a Dynasty mode, losing 3 consecutive games, and had the most enjoyable gaming experience I've had in probably the past 2 years. It's just absolutely incredible. Now, I do importantly want to jump into a game. I want to start it, like, even for my second channel to get it rebooted. Like, maybe start a Dynasty mode, or maybe even a Road to Glory on the new revamped version. That would be so much fun, dudes. So, I do want to jump into a game, and I want to show off Coastal Carolina's stadium, because they have, like, probably the most intricate new stadium into the game, because they obviously weren't in NCAA Football 14, but now they're in the game, but they weren't back in the day. They have a blue field. It's not like, it's like a baby blue field, not like Boise State's. Oh, I mean, it kind of is. I mean, it's colored turf, and somehow they got that added into the game as well. So we're obviously going to play a home game as Coastal Carolina, and I'm not going to play the full game, but I just want to show off enough, like, to show you how just insane of a job these guys did. Like, already from everything you've seen, it's absolutely freaking incredible, and they've done an insane job. I'll pick a random team. Like, I don't really care who we play. Let's just go with San Jose State. Alright, bet. And as you see right there, the brand new stadium. I do want to show, like, I'll go through the stadium. So if you're a fan of a college team that has gotten a new stadium within the past 7-8 years, it should be in here. Like, for example, I believe Georgia State, they used to play in the Georgia Dome, and now they have their on-campus stadium. Now, South Alabama, I don't think they have their actual new stadium, but at least it's renamed to be a little bit more realistic. They still, obviously, you can play the high school stadiums if you wanted to, and all these alternate stadiums. They even have the freaking Las Vegas Raiders new stadium in the game, which is mental because that stadium just got built for the Pac-12 championship game. Literally, so all the old bowls still have their stadiums that you can play at. And as you see, our brand new stadium, Hancock Whitney Stadium, is in this game. And I'll scroll through a little bit more of the stadiums in case your favorite team has one you want to check out. But just everything about this is just so fun, so refreshing, and I'm so excited to see the other updates that they do. I think they are still working on adding in some new uniforms and some new helmets and stuff for some schools that have gotten new uniforms and new makeup over the past 8 years or so. Now, I just want to show you guys how sick this is, and even the loading menu too is so sick. They have a new scoreboard and everything in the game as well, and everything just runs so much faster now that I have this being played on the PC. Blue field, the uniforms look sick, the helmets look sick. Nighttime, Coastal Carolina, the blue field. I don't know how well you guys can tell with the video, but once we jump into the game, like I mentioned, the graphics are absolutely mental in comparison to what they used to be on the old consoles. I don't know if it's just because it's on the PC, but it just looks so much better, so much more HD than what it did back in the day. Let me play 2 drives. You guys can see the new scoreboard. There's a new kind of little play calling screen as well. And the gameplay just looks so much better to me. And I was talking to my buddies playing this once again. I just don't know if it's like a placebo effect, but it genuinely does feel a little bit different. And it looks a lot different, a lot crisper, just a lot better in general. So, Coastal Carolina lost only 1 game this entire year. Start this game off with a little run here. Run up the middle. Marable. Gonna get a nice little 10 yards. This was the OG play back in the day for NCAA football. 4 verticals. I'm not really sure how good these receivers are on the outside. Let's just chunk it deep. One-on-one ball. Didn't quite come down with it. If they actually get the college football playoffs soon, I do, at least on my second channel, want to start a little Dynasty mode to see how that would be. Because that would be so much fun. That's what we've been missing. Is an actual mod like this or game mode in general. Well, this is the first one on NCAA Football, actually. But the first one that actually gives you the playoff experience. Okay, overthrew. Come on, Grayson. Gotta be better than that. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. Like, am I just having a placebo effect here? Or does the gameplay to you look better? Because genuinely, to me, it does. 100%. And that just needs to be caught. Now, there are a few glitches that I have kind of witnessed in this mode. Number one, most importantly, when I first loaded in, Coastal Carolina's blue field was just black. It was just like a big black field, like no lines or anything, but I exited out and loaded back in and everything's fine. So there might be a few things you have to kind of mess around with to get everything working properly, but it literally took me like 30 minutes to get everything working right. And as you see, obviously with the freaking baby blue field, everything's working to absolute perfection. But I'm telling you, if you're somebody that still plays NCAA football, like 14 on your Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, this is 100% worth trying to invest in and get this thing working for you because this is just so freaking enjoyable. A dime! Touchdown! Aaron Bedgood! What a last name. I wonder if he's good in bed. What a throw there from Grayson McCall. And it's funny too, like Coastal Carolina is literally like an NCAA team builder team in real life. And isn't the kickoff meter a little bit different too, or am I drunk? I mean, I'm obviously not drunk because it's 11 a.m. and I would be an alcoholic if that was the case, but I think it's different. I think the San Jose State quarterback's supposed to be pretty good, and he dots me up on the very first play. I don't know if it's the gameplay itself or just we suck, but it does seem a lot harder, which is a good thing, because I think the one bad thing about NCAA football being an 8-year-old game is the fact that it got a little bit too easy, like on Heisman mode, but if you adjust the sliders correctly, it becomes a huge challenge, and if you're not opposed to losing games sometimes to try to build your team up and not win everything, it can be enjoyable for you. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Well, hopefully I don't end this video off by giving up a touchdown, but regardless, this is still, like, awesome. Like, you cannot tell me this is not an incredible piece of work by these great human beings. And he caught that. Let's end this video off with a goal line stand. Or, wait! He made the stop. Nick Starkel not getting into that end zone. And the only thing that I know they can't fix is the player faces. Like, everybody's face is so fat. Like, even players that are like skin and bones, like their player face is so fat. It's just EA's fault for the player models they had in this game. The 3rd and goal. Can we get the stop? I guess run, didn't I? Oh, that's unfortunate.